Stinky friends, welcome back to my channel, or if it is your first time here, hi, my name is Melissa, or Missa welcome. I'm a 32-year-old beauty hoe from Scotland, and today we're sponsored by White Monster, not legally, I wish. So as you can see by the thumbnail and the title, we are today playing with the new Melt Nightmare, Halloween, what's it called? Nightmare Before Christmas collection. I'm actually not a Halloween person, and I have never seen the Nightmare Before Christmas, but I really loved the look of the collection online, and it was really kindly sent to me in PR, the whole thing. I was flabbergasted. I thought they might send me like maybe the palette and a lipstick, but I got the whole thing. So we're going to test it all today, do this look that's on my face. I'm going to swatch everything, obviously, blah blah blah, and just talk about it. This makeup bag is lovely, by the way. It's real big. I don't know if you can buy it separately. It's got like a flap and then it's got a bit, and it's cute. Anyway, in the collection was a mirror. I've never had one of the Melt mirrors before, and to be honest, I didn't use it today because I forgot I had it. There's two lipsticks, one of which I'm obviously wearing. There is two gel eyeliners in like orangey reddish tones. I've got one on my eye. There is a highlighter. It's so pretty, and this is what that looks like on the inside. And then there of course is a palette, which is a crazy shape. It's got one of those like changing, I don't know if it's picking up on camera, changing things, and then this is what the palette looks like. The light might be too bright, I don't know. But anyway, what I'm going to do now is swatch absolutely everything, and then we will jump into me playing with it on my face, and then I'll give you my thoughts about the collection at the end of the video. Like, do I think it's worth it? Do I not? We'll see. So let's jump straight into swatches. Let's swatch these first. So this is the gel eyeliner in the shade Terrible Vision. I'm trying to just use the corner of it because I don't tend to use colours like this. They are so pigmented though. Like, Melt gel eyeliners are fantastic. If you are in the market for gel eyeliners, they are amazing. So that is Terrible Vision, and then the second one is the shade Master of Fright. I picked up a lot. They're so creamy in the pot, by the way. Oh, this is like it's almost like a pink toned, oh, I went into the other one, pink toned, like reddish, brownish, orangish, weird colour in like a good way. I think that would look really lovely with blue eyes, which I have. And making them pop a lot. And then let's swatch the lipsticks. So we've got the shade Pumpkin King, which looks like this. These are very dry and very pigmented, but very dry. So like when you put them on, they totally drag your lips, but I don't mind that at all. All my Melt lipsticks are like that, and for me it just means that they stay on a lot longer. So for me, that is not a bad thing. And then this one is called Lock, Shock and Barrel, which obviously I'm wearing on my lips, but I will swatch it on my hand. Both of these are the most stunning like winter shades. I actually am wearing it with a black lip liner, and I think it went with it really, really well. So that's the four littler items. And then to swatch the highlight, it's the Digital Dust highlight, and it's kind of like peachy pink. I was very concerned it wouldn't work for my skin tone, and I don't think if you look at me it looks like I'm wearing a lot of highlighter, but I am wearing it. And let's swatch you here. So that is the Digital Dust highlighter. It's very pretty, but I think more geared towards medium skin tones, because on me you can definitely see a cast when I wear it, but very kind of peachy pink reflect, peachy pinky gold I would say. But yeah, it's definitely like too dark for my skin tone. Like, you can see a cast from it when I move my hand around, so it's not for super pale ghosty people. Although I look super paley ghostier than normal because I have a very dark lip on. But anyway, let's now swatch the main event. I always think the palette is the main event. My arm is a little bit stained because I just got the new P. Louise Halloween palette and I had to swatch that immediately. But ignoring that, we're going to swatch the palette now. Let me show you it once again before I destroy it with my swatches. I'm going to try and be gentle, but I swatch like an elephant that has a head trauma, to be honest. So this is the shade Gone Again, which is, I was calling it an orange, a sparkly orange, but looking at it, it's very much copper when I swatch it. Then we have Oogie, what's it called? What are it called? Oogie Boogie. Again, I'm not familiar with the source material, so I'm sure to some people, or most people, these names make sense. To me, they're just cool shade names. Then we have Ooze, that. is like a proper forest green melt eyeshadow formula. I also find incredibly dry, but not in a bad way, like in a way that really packs a punch on your eyes. Then we have Shriek, which I definitely read as Shrek, and I thought, oh, is Shrek in Nightmare Before Christmas? No, donkey, he's not. Then we have the shade Ragdoll, which doesn't want to swatch. I have used the vast majority of these colours today, by the way, but one of them I didn't, and I'm really annoyed that I didn't use. Then we have Mausoleum, which is a very sparkly, pretty blue. It's not like the most pigmented, but I mean, I'm sure you could build it up, but it's more like just very, very sparkly and pretty. Then we have the mayor of Pound Town, that's my name. Stunning sexy, you can tell I used that today. Then we have Worm's Wart, which is my name for my friend Nissa. I am so annoyed I didn't use this colour today because it's so pretty, but I completely went over my head. Then a gorgeous purple called My Bugs. It's so pigmented, no double dip required. I am wiping my finger, by the way, on my dressing gown, which is around my waist. Then the last shade we have is called Bone Daddy, and fuck me. Holy crap. So that is the entire palette completely swatched. What are your thoughts? I think very fun, very, very fun. And I did not think when I looked at it first that it was a standalone palette. However, obviously I have completely used it today. I didn't use anything else apart from glitter, but it's a melt glitter, so I feel like I got away with it. Yeah, I was surprised I was able to just use this on its own and get a look that I quite like, even though my pals are taking the piss out of me for it. But yeah, what is your thoughts on those swatches? That light blue, by the way, goes on the eye really, really well. I don't know why it's swatched like quite badly, but I mean oh, it's just a fun little arm to look at. I'm still very tempted. I really want to get like swatch tattoos, but I'd have to put it on this arm because I always actually do swatch on this arm, so I still kind of want some swatches down here. I think that'd be cool. But yeah, that's the colour story. Then obviously the lipsticks, the gel eyeliner, and the digital dust highlighter. But yeah, that is all of the swatches. Everything that came. Now let us jump into playing with it all on my face. I'll try not to be too long, and then we will talk about it very briefly at the end and see what we think. I have footered with my camera settings, so I don't know if they're good, and also I burned my head with my hair straighteners because I was dropped on my head as a child. There's no explanation for it. I am going to take the darkest purple called Bone Daddy. Okay, where's my brush? Don't get cats if you want to keep anything where it should be. That is my true honest advice. This look kind of started off different and evolved into a cut crease in the middle, well, like what, a halo. So I'm going to start this eye a bit differently and just take this dark purple all the way around. Oh, look at the pigment. Shut up. It's quite kick-uppy in the pan. Although I have the force of an elephant when it comes to eyeshadows, as everyone knows. They don't stay nice. They are used and abused and look like they've been through... What do those American people have? A garbage disposal? Like in your sink. I am heavy-handed. It's just who I am. I mean, often I will complain that there's no black in an eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to complain that there's no black in here. Sorry, Potato is using my chair as a scratching post. I'm going to complain there's no black in here because it's a Halloween palette, and I feel like black is necessary. I just pooped. No, I didn't. What? So yeah, I'm going to complain that there's no black. However, this purple is very dark, so I actually don't feel like I'm really missing anything by not having a black. I don't think it would make much difference. And then I'm going to take the shade, The Mayor. This one. Being honest, I've never seen The Nightmare Before Christmas, so none of these make sense to me, but hopefully they make sense to people who love The Nightmare Before Christmas. And this colour blended with that first dark purple is what wet dreams are made of. Like, this is disgustingly perfect. Like, sit on my face and call me daddy. But what I do find with melt, quite often if you've got a very dark colour and then you want to blend it, you kind of want to pat your colour on once you've blended it, just to really try and get a seamless transition. Words that sound like I know what I'm talking about. Oh, some of my favourite colours purple right now are going on my eyeballs, and I am happy about it. Poop, what? Why I keep saying poop? Pop this down here a bit. Then I took the shade My Bugs. My bugs! Don't touch my bugs. On a bigger, fatter, fluffier brush and just throw this around. I was going to do this as like a big pulled out look, but then I realised I didn't have any colours that I could like blend into my blush really, so hence the look we have. But it doesn't matter about the look, we are just testing the palette and obviously all the other stuff too. But come on, very pigmented, very blendable, very saucy. I do like it. I never usually complain about melt palettes. I do sometimes find them quite hard to blend, like their formula, because it is such a pigmented formula. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I've really muffed that up, but usually if you just spend a bit extra time on it, your tote's fine. So it's blending medium purple round again. This is where I've got my harsh line from using that pastel-y colour. Honestly, they just blend like a dream. And then I took the shade Ragdoll, this blue, because pastel blue and purple are like cheese and beans. They just go so well together. So I used this to bring a bit more cool tonedness to it. Also in my attempt just to like use a heap of colours from the palette. I like to do that when I'm like first trying something. So I'm using this. And I'm putting it on real heavy handed because I can blend my purples back into it, and I just want to make sure I get the full pigment from this colour all the way around. And then I'm just going to go back through in the same journey we just took, making sure my darkest purple is where it should be and that it's blended nicely. Packs on so well, even over a now shadowed base. Like, it's just going straight back on where I want it. It's very visible. It's great. Imagine not putting black in a Halloween palette. What? And then my nice medium one called the Mare. I wouldn't even need to go back in with that pastel purple, but I will, because this colour blends into that light blue so nicely, just with a very light hand. I'm holding my brush like at the very end of it, and it is blending into it so lovely. And then I will go back in with a bit more of that pastel purple. My bugs. My bugs! To bring it into the blue a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to go throw my cut crease on. I'm not going to bother doing that on camera because that takes ages. And then we'll be back and we will use the chartreuse, which is causing lifelong friendships to break apart because some people are saying it's yellow and some people, me, are saying it's green. We'll see. Look how bloody pigmented that is. Fark me. So my cut crease is on. I don't know if it matches, but I'm going to take all my photos from the side as I always do. And then we're going in with the chartreuse colour, which is called Oogie Boogie. I like that name. I don't know what it means, but it's cool. And I just used it dry. I have decrepit old eyelids, and sometimes if I wet my shadows they just show way more texture. So I've got a base of P. Louise white paint on my lid, and then I'm just packing this on mostly with a brush. So like, I was posting pictures of this in my Patreon Telegram chat and people were saying that it was quite clearly a yellow gold, and I was like, no, it's quite clearly green. And then someone was like, well, it's chartreuse according to their website, and I was like, yeah, green. But chartreuse is between yellow and green on the colour wheel, innit? So I'm now packing it on with my finger just to get maximum impact right up to the edge. I just think it stands out so cool against all the purple. I was between this and the Mausoleum, is that what it's called? Yeah, Mausoleum shade, to go on the centre, and I just feel like this is more, it's more me, even though I have to blend it out with orange and I don't want to talk about that, but still. And then I'm taking the shade Gone Again, which is a sparkly orange, probably my least favourite colour in the entire planet, but I do feel like it blends this out really well. Like, it starts to blend it out before I put it into the pinky purple colour. So I am just popping this on the edges. I don't know if I've ever used a sparkly orange in my life. I always avoid them like the plague. But it's a Halloween colour, at least orange. I'm doing my civic duty by using orange at Halloween time. Again, you could probably wet this and get it more high impact, but I just want it for blending purposes. I don't really want it for, oh, look at that stunning orange colour that you've put on your eyelid. And then I took that colour, what you called the Mare, and blended it into my inner and outer corner. Well, started to anyway. I'll need to go back in with my darkest purple as well, but this just starts it all. I've just realised I've not used the shimmery purple in here, and I'm wondering like where I could put it. Throw that purple on, and then, sorry, the cats are fighting over the cat tree. Then the darkest one. Oh, I went too far there. It's okay, I can fix. I hope I can. And then I need to go back in with more of that orange. God again, because I fudged that up a little bit. Just hoping and praying and smishing them together, you know. Please blend, my darlings. And then I know you're looking at my other guy going, what? There's no glitter in that palette. Where'd you get the glitter from? Well, my name's Melissa and I'm a glitteraholic, and I had this melt glitter from the last collection. This is the Kaleidoscope body glitter, so don't tell anyone, but I'm going to put this on my eyes. No, don't do that. It's too late, okay? It's literally too late. So what can you do? And I'm going to put this up center only because I will use glitter at every single God-given opportunity and you can't stop me. If I was president, it would be free glitter for everyone. Not free education, not free dental, free glitter. I am joking, obviously. I don't know if I have just a wee smidge of it, you know, just to bring a little bit of something. Right, I'm going to clean up my folate. Actually, I won't bother. I'm just going to throw on my under eye while we're here because time is of the essence and my camera battery's dying, so whatever primer, white primer is left on that brush, and then I'm going to take that Oogie Boogie shade out, stick that under here, and then I'll go and clean up and then come back to you when we come to the rest of the product. Stick that on, wipe it on your dressing gown, bit of the orange either side, that same brush because I'm lazy, and then a bit of the Mare. I don't know how I've not used this purple because it is so pretty, but I haven't and I can only apologise. Give me my bloody brush, you little slag. More of my darkest colour. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Oh, and then more glitter down here. Eee, literally only live once, do you know what I mean? Just use glitter. Use eye safe glitter, don't do what I'm doing. But if like a brand sends me a huge tub of glitter, I'm gonna want to put it on my eyeball. That's just the way it is. Right, I'm gonna go clean up my fallout and then we'll be back. And maybe I can put the gel eyeliner in the middle or something, I don't know, we'll see. And then I'll be back, blah blah blah, shut up. Melissa, not you. Actually, while you're here and I've just cleaned up my fallout, I'm gonna try and use the shade Terrible Vision, which is like the matte dark orange. I don't know if I'm gonna like this on my waterline, but I'm gonna try just so that I can be like, oh, I've used pretty much all of the products. I don't think I'm gonna like this. I think it's gonna make me look a bit ill and I might go over it, but just for argument's sake, let's put it on. I actually really like these in the waterline. You just kind of want to pull it away from your eye and then let it dry a little bit. Ugh, sorry, they're staring at my eyeball. Yeah, I don't like that at all. It makes me look like the cats have been farting on my pillow. I might leave it in the center and just put purple on the outer corners, but can I just say, like, these melt eyeliners, they are stunning. They are really, really, really good. Very pigmented, very creamy. They are lovely. I just don't reach for colours like this so much. I don't think that looks good. Let me put black on the inner and outer corner and see if I can deal with that a bit better. I mean, it's not awful. It makes my eyes look really blue. With the black, I much prefer it. Anyway, I'll be back when we're ready for the other stuff. A lot of my makeup's on, as you can tell, and I could have finished off my eyes off screen and just put more glitter on because that's what the Lord commandeth. Then we're going to try the Melt Digital Dust Highlighter in the shade True Love Never Dies. The packaging is very cute and I have not damaged the imprint because I think this is going to be way too dark for me, so I'm probably just going to, well, I will be sending it to my pal after this, so I'm just taking like the smallest amount at the bottom because I think I'm just going to need to smooth this into my blush. Like, it's pinky peach, which is why I put a pink blush on today. I'm wearing the Odin's Eye, one of them ones. I don't actually think it is way too dark for my skin tone. I am seeing a cast though when I look at it from a certain angle. I've never been a huge fan of the Digital Dust. It's just not my favourite formula. It's looking very pink on my forehead there. It's just never been my favourite formula from Melt or as a highlighter. But I mean, that's certainly pretty. I think it's going to look a lot nicer on medium skin tones. So we'll just have it as like an all over kind of blush toppery thing. But yeah, this is definitely one of the things in the collection that I'll just be decluttering to a friend, like a melt obsessed friend. But it's pretty, but it doesn't work on my skin tone very well. Let's put it on my shoulder. Yeah, I'm just seeing like from my mirror down here, just like a peach smudge from the cast of it. I don't know if you're gonna get that. It's not my favourite thing just because the tone's not quite there, but I mean when they're releasing a big collection like this, I suppose they have to be like slightly careful with what colour highlighter they put in, but maybe do more than one so that it goes for more people. But it's not the worst, but I feel like I've not really put highlighter on. I feel like I've just, I don't know, I feel like I don't have highlight on. I'm like, I need to put a different highlighter on. That's the Digital Dust. And then we come to the lipsticks. I don't know which one I want to wear. I think the dark one, but let me try the shade Pumpkin King just to see what it's. I don't think it's going to go badly with the eyes because I do have orange to tie in. Maybe I should do this one. Like maybe it'd be more interesting than the purple. Like what do we think? This is so off topic, but I need you to know that I literally just took a phone call from the courthouse and paid my divorce. So excited. I think that would kind of goes well with the orange on the waterline, and I blended some of the sparkly orange underneath my eye just to as a blending colour. I think we should go with this. So let me just line my lips and then we'll put this one on properly, and then if it looks shit we'll take it off. I don't know. I really don't know. I think the shade is gorgeous and I would wear this all the time. I just wonder if it's like taking away from the eyes. Like personally, is it taking away from the eyes? What if I put on a bit of peachy toned-ish blush? Let me just grab this other Oden's Eye one that I have. My melt blushes are creams, so I am no. I think the question for me is more because I have very dramatic eyes, and when I do really dramatic eyes I prefer to do a nude lip. But I feel like obviously we should use what the collection has. Let me just wipe off a little bit. I'll wipe off the bottom lip and see if the purple looks better. So this one is the shade Lock, Shock and Barrel. And this is a colour I can see myself wearing all winter. See how draggy it is? Very draggy, very dry. I actually like that. Crap. Because I feel like it stays on way longer. Nah. That's the lip. I'm going to put this one on. I think that one looks way better than the orange. Imagine I was cool enough to like do both, but oh. I think this is the lip. Hair ups with tape-ins extensions are impossible, by the way. If you can see them, I don't care. We're moving past it. Anyway, all my makeup is done. I'm completely finished. Just did all my swatches on my arm. It's stained blue. So to sum it up, I like this collection a lot. Would I have bought everything? No. I mean, that's too expensive and I just paid for my divorce. But I would have probably got the palette because it's absolutely stunning. I don't particularly like the shape, obviously. You know me, I'm quite particular about just like normal shape palettes. But I do think it's quite cool for like a specialised Halloween collection to have like a fun shape palette. But like I would rather it was just normal. I love the colour story. I think it's really fun. It's going to go really well with my Melt Amori Mariposa palette. I think that's how you pronounce it. I think it's going to be a really cool companion palette with that. So for me, this is the star of the show as well as the lipsticks. Like if I was only going to get two things, I would have got the lipsticks because both colours are stunning. I think so wintry, so autumnal, so perfect and beautiful. And also they're really, really, really long lasting. The formula is great. I would miss personally these three and the mirror because I have mirrors already, but these three for me, just because the colours of them are not my favourite thing, but I do like the palette a lot and I love the lipsticks. So I think if you're absolutely enamoured by Melt and the colours, and if you maybe love The Nightmare Before Christmas, it's something you should definitely consider getting. But obviously it's super expensive. It's Melt. I don't even know if it's on Beauty Bay anymore. Melt, like I think they're phasing it out. I don't know why. Beauty Bay seem to make stupid decisions. So if you find it quite hard to get and you're kind of on the fence, I would just leave it. I think there's other like way cooler palettes. Like the new P. Louise Colour Story, for example, I feel like has a lot of these colours in it. The new Halloween palettes, which are easier to get in the UK and I think a little bit cheaper. Beauty Bay has a million amazing palettes. I don't know why I can't speak. Beauty Bay has a million amazing palettes. I don't think it's a must for the palette, but that's coming from me as someone who isn't a Nightmare Before Christmas fan, so maybe that's like swaying me. But I do think the lipsticks, they're not a must, but they're not a must, but I mean, get them. But like, you know what I mean, they're beautiful. Anyway, I'm gonna piss off. That's my review of the whole collection. I am flabbergasted still that Melt send me stuff. It's literally a dream come true for me to have Melt like know my name. I don't understand it. Thank you so much to them for sending me this collection. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Are you getting it? Are you not? Have you already? Have you not? Are you holding out for the, I was gonna say for the winter palette from Cosmic Brushes, but that's not on the same vibe as this. The P. Louise maybe. Very interesting colour stories. Subscribe if you haven't already for more thrilling content from me, and I'm gonna piss off and probably have a very stained face. Okay, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope I will catch you all on the flip side. Bye!